Welcome to another episode of Two Old Geeks Talking. Now on the World Wide Web.
Hey, welcome back to Two Old Geeks. I'm Rob.
I'm Trace, and today we are doing a new playlist, a new topic, and that topic is we're going to start reviewing comic book stores. Won't be every video, but some videos in the future. Right. And so we're going to do some local comic book stores here in Kentucky, and of course we'll do some abroad as we travel. So the first one we're going to do is Heroes and Fantasies in San Antonio, Texas. Yeehaw! And it was a fantastic store. Rob, unfortunately, didn't get to go, but he has watched the video and looked at it.
Right.
And so we're going to show the video to you. It's rather long because the store is rather large. The largest comic book store in the world is Maha Comics in Colorado.
Right. Yeah, I'd love to be there.
We need to go sometime.
Yep.
But this one right here would have to be a close second. So we'll show you the video, and then we'll give our review, or my review at the end. And so stay tuned. So here we are, Two Old Geeks at Heroes and Fantasies in San Antonio, Texas. So let's take a look inside. Never have been in this comic book store, but anytime I go to a comic book store, anytime I go out of town, I like to try out a local comic book store. They say everything's big in Texas, and certainly that applies to Heroes and Fantasies. I notice most videos, whenever they do a store walkthrough, they go way too fast because your eyes look at things a lot faster than a camera can. Let's see what we got. We got all kinds of Pokemon cards, which is not my cup of tea. They may be somebody's. I can do that. Yeah, Rob's not here with us. It's just me and Teresa. Let's look at everything I'm interested in. The Japanese Star Wars models. And man, that's high end. That's $70. Japanese robots, another thing I'm not into, but some people are into it. It's a blind spot in geekdom to me, all the Gundams this and Gundams that. I do like action figures. I keep saying I'm done buying them, and I end up buying some more.
It's Robert, maybe.
Yeah, Robert likes that stuff. Nightmare Before Christmas. Machio. Super 7. This is, remember McFarlane Dragons? You used to collect those back in the day. I think you ended up giving them to one of the grandkids, didn't you? It's one good thing you do with your collectibles. If you don't sell them, you can always gift them to grandkids. pop figures. Teresa's got entirely too many of those. I know they're going to go the way of the Beanie Babies one day. But as long as you got them and you enjoy them, that's all that matters. There's Elvira. Cosplayed at her one time. I kind of like that cave troll there, because that would be kind of proportional to the Lord of the Rings minis that I have. I thought about getting these Werewolf by Night, because I really like that.
I do too, actually.
Plus you got a lot of the horror ones anyway. And this now, I'll catch it on the way out. I'll come back over. Old heroes like the Phantom, old Flash Gordon, Gargoyles. Robert used to be crazy over that. When we were kids, Teresa, they had these Dungeons and Dragons figures, like Strongheart. We had them. Now they've reissued them a lot more detailed and larger size. Let's walk over to this aisle. Iron Fist fan. That's not speaking to me. I'm not big on these figures without window boxes. I mean, you can't display them.
Yeah.
You have to take them out. Which if that's your intention, that's fine. But plus you don't get a look at the figure, and you know that the paint job on the one that's on the cover may not be as good as what's inside. And I've actually heard of people buying those, and when they open them up, there's something different inside. Marvel Legends, man, they've made figures of everybody. I haven't seen that before. Lady Bullseye, I like her. Look at her first appearance. Old school Sabretooth. He was in Iron Fist 14, his first appearance. This is the last figure I got. It goes good on my Daredevil display.
All these DCs from Robert.
Yeah, you'll have to take them. I'm not a DC guy. Don't hold that against me. If there's one DC figure that I would love for McFarlane to make, and it's Tommy Monahan from Hitman series, and he's made like every figure except for that one. Yeah, I'm doing good, thank you, sir.
If you have any questions at all, just let me know.
All right, appreciate it, thank you. Deathstroke. I was a big Deathstroke fan. These are carded, retro carded figures. I think Star Wars, is that on the other side or this side? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's got her. She got killed in the comic, and that's her tomb. It lays down like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I actually like that. Can't hang it up though. It needs a hanger on it. When you run out of Star Wars figures to make, you do stuff like that. I'm pretty sure you'll see those at Ollie's in about 30 days. Just in time for Christmas. Now, these are Mythic Legions. They're super popular. And these are reasonably priced. Those are ones we're playing Dungeons and Dragons now, and I found some that look like pretty much all of our characters. There's those Judge Dredd figures. I'm not keen on the black and white ones. I guess they did that because the comic was black and white. Yeah, I seen one of those wrestling ones the other day. They've got out, it looks like The Rock, but they have him dressed like the Scorpion King. Did you like that movie?
Yeah.
And they just call it The Rock. They just call it The Rock. But it's obviously he's wearing clothes from the Scorpion King, which is a movie most people have forgotten. But you like it because it's part of that Monday series. You're a big fan of that. Yeah, these new wrestlers. Yeah, I remember Road Warriors and Randy Macho Man Savage and Ricky the Steamboat Dragon, but I don't know any of the new guys. And my life is still complete. These Star Trek figures, I had every one of these back in the day. I sold them on eBay when eBay first come out. Yeah, I'm that old. We just got through rewatching Beetlejuice. And it didn't really stand up to the test of time, did it? I liked it better the first time I saw it.
This. And that little almanac thing.
Yeah, that's cool. That's good packaging. Packaging matters. Spawn, cannot believe they're still making Spawn figures. Who still collects Spawn in 2024? Somebody must be doing it. You met one of the guys from Matrix today. What's his name? Joe Lino or something like that? Yeah.
You already did this.
Oh, I done it? Well, we won't do it again then. Transformers. Do you have any Transformers? I know you like Transformers. Do you have any when you were a kid?
I don't think I did.
You wanted one, didn't you? Bumblebee? And see, I appreciate loose figures too. Any good store offers loose figures. Because a lot of people don't care whether they're in a package or not. There's some I keep in the package, a lot of them I just put it out on display. Picture. Started out as a good show and they screwed it up. That's what happens when you put people in charge of stuff they know nothing about. And here's some, I like these new things McFarlane's done. They're like covers. So yeah, there's the original cover. And then there's him from the cover. And Spider-Man. Yeah, I like those. They're just statues. All those figures. Hey, there's the ghost of Obi-Wan. I cosplayed as him one time. That cheap old Obi-Wan suit, and I just spray painted it blue. And put some LED lights on it. High-end statues. That's a cool looking cable down here. Used to be crazy about cable. So Deadpool. Used to be that Wolverine was in everything, now Deadpool's in everything. You got Force Anakin. Yeah, Force Ghost Anakin. I hate that they did that. See, in the original Star Wars, Anakin was just an old man, the way he was. When they took his mask off. And that's nice. $450 for that. Fantastic Four stuff's getting ready to go through the roof. If this movie is good. That's a big if. I haven't seen any Negroes yet. A guy named Steve Bond on a comic book store there in Frankfort, Kentucky, and that's All he collected were statues. That's cool. I was a big Thor fan too. Anything you can't live without?
That's cool. That's the no glare on it.
It's time for me. That's why they should make Craven look for the new movie. I always liked that villain. Busts.
That's cool. Up and down the panther.
I've seen dudes cosplay as that. Robert would love to have that in his geek room. He's gonna finish in about 7 years. It's huge. See price on it? $4,000. That's cool too. I had Wonder Woman 84. Sucked. See, Robert couldn't be here. This is the next best thing. There's Deathlock. We seen a guy cosplaying as Deathlock at the Big Texas Comic Con. That dude was, we think he was 6'6", 6'7". He was huge. I like that guy. I actually like those Suicide Squad movies. They don't take themselves too serious. There's the most overrated Batman of all time. I said it. Christian Bale. I'm crazy over him. And Robert Pattinson did a better job. I judge a comic book store on what balance they have. When it comes to collectibles, they're blowing it out of the park.
He's the #1 Superman.
Yes, I would agree. Christopher Reeves, there's supposed to be a Christopher Reeves movie coming out. Yeah. Yeah, he was the best Superman. And there's the best Batman. You can't beat Michael Keaton's Batman. Of course, Tim Burton had a lot to do with that. Rob's got a whole lot of these black and white Batman figures. crystals. I'm still a Star Wars fan. Not so much Disney Star Wars. Rogue One was good. Part 2. Rogue One was a good movie. Andor was a good series. You what? Yeah.
You could make that. That looks like a work weapon.
I'm sure you can craft anything. Especially with 3D printers and everything nowadays. A lot of people are making their own collectibles. Especially if you want something and they don't have it. That's actually autographed. Here's the star of Mandalorian Season 3. But who's but? I'm like going to Wild. Somebody from Wildcats. I'm not sure who that is. I think that's the girl from Heavy Metal. But I could be wrong. It probably is. That's a good looking figure. Talk about a good looking likeness. Looks like a little tiny for sure. No way he's holding up a sign that says Orlando. I guess if I watched the movie, I'd know. Who's that clown? I don't know. I see a lot of people cosplayed as him. He must be like the new horror dude.
Territory or something. I think that's what it's from.
It's from a game?
No, I think it's a movie.
A movie? Here's the worst Star Trek ever made. Star Trek Discovery. STD.
It's from Terrifier.
Terrifier.
Is the clown. I heard a lot of people walked out of there because it was so gory
So
the
gory?
first 5 minutes. They
There was
walked
a-
out.
Oh,
They actually
really?
walked out vomiting.
Got vomiting?
with vomiting
Yeah.
because it was so gory.
Yeah, I'm not real keen into gore. Little dabba, do you?
Hey, I see Betty Page.
I'm a big Betty Page fan.
I see Betty Page.
Man, Michael Jordan. His brother, Mickey Jordan. Betty Page. Best little woman God ever made, besides my wife. Ooh, see how I threw that in there? It's called wisdom. It's a bumblebee. See, instead of getting you something fancy on our wedding anniversary, I should just get you a bumblebee like that. You'd be more
Real
satisfied.
life.
No, I mean the car.
Yeah.
All right. Wrestling figures. I did not see any Legos, but I know I must have passed them because they got everything else here. Dragon Ball Z. That is a great series. Avatar. Talking about the animated. The Netflix was alright. A lot of people give it grief. I thought it was alright. I know. Okay, let's go take a look at the comic section. You get your Lego. My Brent Boyer. He's crazy into Legos. Just the Star Wars Legos. Let's see what kind of prices we got. There's Heavy Metal Magazine. Me and Robert was just talking about those the other day. That's fair price. Bunch of Savage Swords, Conan. Those are fair prices. ElfQuest magazine. You see them everywhere. I'm a big ElfQuest fan. Those look like they're priced a little high. They're hard to come by. Trade paperbacks. Power Rangers and U.S.A. I like U.S.A, but not so much Power Rangers. Plus, I don't see the Stan Sakai did it. If Stan Sakai is not doing it, it's not really U.S.A. He's written and drawn every issue. Just real quick. Some comics over here. I love these covers. More trade paperbacks. Manga. Some single issues. Yes, sir.
What if Donald Duck becomes Wolverine?
What if Donald Duck becomes Wolverine? Became Wolverine? I might have to buy that. I guess you can do that now that Disney owns everything. Like some of the wall books. Hey. Yeah, very nice store.
Hey, thank you so much. This is all the first time visiting?
Yes, yeah, first time in San Antonio.
Where'd you come from?
We're from Kentucky.
I got you.
I wish we had something like this where we live.
I'm good. You have to check out something.
But I'm glad we don't, because I'd be broke, so.
There is that. It's a trade-off.
Dick Tracy, no relation. Covers. Some nice issues. 450, 300, 100, 300, 275. We got 350 on the Conan. This is a little high. Power Man, Deadly Hands of Kung Fu. I love that one. Finally got that one added to mine. You got 300 for Iron Fist? Oh my gosh. That's too much. I got one I'll sell them for that much. I'll turn around and buy me another one. Graded books. I'm not big into graded books. I like reading comics. I'm weird. But hey, a lot of people like it. Whatever floats your boat. Like, I mean, you take that one, it's 5.5 Tales of Suspense. You get 180 on it. Paid at least 50 to get it graded. I think the bottoms kind of fell out at grading comics as well. There's a lot of scandals at CGC. guess all the normies are leaving geekdom. Just leaving us true geeks behind. I did buy one slabbed comic one time. But I busted it open and read it. But it was a good deal on it. But any more than a non-slabbed one. I think that's the first appearance of Darth Revanrock. Knights of the Old Republic. We were talking about that the other day. You can get it for $400, slabbed. There's an old one. There's an old one. Sin City. Love Sin City. And signed by Frank Miller. That's not bad. Frank Miller, 125, signed, 9.0. That's not a bad price. Luke Cage. $325. Gosh. Photocopy comic. So there's a photocopy of Journey into Mystery 89. Selling for $14.99. Never have heard of a photocopy comic. So this is news to me. So I guess they make their own comic and then turn around and sell it. Must be. Must be if they're doing it, right? There's more photocopy. Yeah. Photocopy comic, $14.99. It's interesting. Let's see. Some junk. So we got 25. That's high. 9. That's fair. I'll have to get that one. Frank Miller. Frank Miller. I'll be reading those right now. Check us out. Ken Smith. Those are a good one too. Mark Wade. Stop reading Daredevil after that. Hit monkey. No hit monkey. I don't have any hit monkey. The hit monkey's got his own category, so I gotta give him thumbs up for that. We got an autograph section. Michael J. Fox. Val Kilmer. That's pretty cool. Val Kilmer. Chuck Norris, The Man. Roger Moore. Swift. I wouldn't walk outside to see her. I guess I'd just tell her to get out of my yard. Some sports memorabilia. Magic Johnson, Dr. J, George Gervin, Tony Roma. Slim Pops. T-shirts. I think that's about it, boys and girls. All in all, it's a very good store. I'll show you what I bought later. Whoa, that comic book store was massive, wasn't it?
Massive.
I mean, it looked like a Walmart in there. So okay, here's how I'm grading. I don't know how you'll grade your reviews, but on mine, I'm going to do 10 categories, and you can get from what you all right?
Yeah, I'll survive.
And you can get from 1 to 10 in each category. Okay, so you can get up to 100 points. All right, my first category is location/parking. First of all, like I said, the place was the size of Walmart, and
Right.
had parking the size of Walmart. And location is how easy it is for me to get to the store. So, some places, oftentimes to save on rent, are in a rough part of town,
Right.
or not the easiest part. They were a little outside of San Antonio, so it took a little bit to get there. And so,
But with a store that size,
sure,
it would be almost worth the travel.
yeah, oh, it would be worth it. Yeah. So on a scale from 1
Plus,
to
in
10,
Texas, you got to travel to get to places.
well, that's true. I give them a 9 on a scale from 1 to 10 on that. Cleanliness. How clean is your store? Does it smell like elbows and a-holes? Does it smell like mothballs? Does it smell like BO? So is everything dusty? Because a lot of places hang stuff on the wall and don't dust it until it sells.
Right.
And the place was well lit and extremely clean, and so I give it a 10 out of 10. So back issues/wall books. So I don't buy a lot of current
Right.
comics.
Right.
So a lot of modern comics I don't buy. Mostly Bronze Age, Silver Age. So the back issues, they had a nice back issues set and some good wall books. But I will say this. Like I'm into Daredevil, and in the video you saw where I looked at some Daredevil comics. But there was some I wanted they didn't have, and I felt like they should have. And I asked them, they were like, "Oh, they're back behind the counter, not up on the wall, but back behind the counter." And they pulled out a box for me to look at. Well, it looked like to me they may have had a problem with shoplifting. So what they did is any book, say over $20, they had back behind the counter where you couldn't see it. You had to ask for it. Well, I don't want to have to sit there and peruse that while you're looking over my shoulder.
Right.
I'm not a shoplifter. And the thing is, the way they could fix that is make a photocopy, just a black and white photocopy of that comic, stick it in a bag and board, and put it out there with the rest of the back issues.
Yeah. So
Nobody,
like they used to do DVDs back in the day.
Nobody can steal it. Nobody can steal it. It's just a copy of a comic book cover. But I know you got it,
Yeah.
and I also know the price on it. And so then I can say, oh, I want this comic. Then you can go back behind the counter and pull it out for me.
Yeah.
They'll actually sell more comics. So as far as back issues and wall books, I only give them a 7. It's passing, but that kind of irritated me.
Mm.
As far as trade paperbacks and omnibuses, they had tons of them. And I know a lot of younger collectors, that's what they want. They want the omnibus, they want the trades. And so they had a good selection of there. I give them 9 out of 10 on that. As far as new comics, now there's about 2,500 comics that come out every month from different publishers. And so I know you can't carry all of those, but to me, they had an adequate number of new comics, but it wasn't. I wasn't really impressed with that, so I only give them a 7 on their new comic selection.
Wow.
It has to be more than just Marvel, DC, and Image. Collectibles, that's your statues, busts, action figures, off the scale.
Yeah,
that's
right.
primarily probably how they make their money in
Yeah.
that store. And so I definitely give them a 10 for that. It was.
I wonder how they get some
incredible.
of their older figurines.
A lot of people come in and sell their collections. A lot of people come in and they've kept the figure in the box and they're needing cash, and so they just sell.
Right. So
they buy.
that kind of would feed into whether they were a good store or not, if they were fair with their value.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I know they got to make a profit, but
Yeah, and we'll get to pricing here in a second. So as far as next category, comic book collecting supplies. So that's your bags, your boards, your boxes. They got these short boxes that have graphics on the outside of them now, and
I've
your
not
top loaders
seen
and
one of
stuff
those
like
in a
that.
comic book store in forever.
Yeah, so they had a good selection. I give them a 9 on that. Service friendly. That's a tough one, because if you're an introvert and you go to a store, you really don't want to be bothered. And so somebody constantly trying to help you would irritate you. If you're an extrovert, yeah, you want the attention. You want somebody to say, yes, what do you want? What can I help you with? Have you tried this? So in my opinion, they were more than adequate on that. I give them a 7 on a scale from 1 to 10 on that. They were passing. I think when I was in the store, I was asked 2 or 3 times, is there anything I can help you
Okay.
with? So it wasn't bad. They're passing on that. So I give them a 7 on service friendly. Prices. Some of the prices there, I thought, were fair, but a lot of them were a little high. I understand you need to make money, but some of the prices on some of the condition of the comics, especially some of the wall books, was just a tad bit high in my opinion.
I wonder if regional, if that's because of where you were at.
I mean, it
Is
could
Texas prices different than Kentucky? I know as far as
be.
like
I mean, I'm sure gasoline's
milk,
different. Milk,
gas,
yeah,
stuff like that. I wonder about comic books.
It could be. I'd say if you were someplace like Hawaii, someplace out of the mainland, that you would have a hard time getting. I'd say prices would go up in someplace like that. But on pricing, I give them an 8. All in all, they were better than average. And so for last category is your superpower bonus. Is there something you can just do above and beyond? And you've always heard size matters. well, certainly this store was huge,
Right.
and just the massive amount of what they had and how big the store was and how well it was laid out. I had to give them a 10 for that.
Nice.
So my total score for Heroes and Fantasies in San Antonio, Texas, would be 86. They get 86 out of 100.
Okay.
Which is good.
It's good.
I don't know if they're satisfied with it.
Passing.
That's my opinion. That's my opinion. So anyway, look forward to you reviewing one in the future.
Yeah.
Seeing what you say. And do you have any thoughts after watching the video?
Bro, I'd go broke.
Man.
Yeah, I'd go in there. I'd have to set myself a budget. I'd have to say, I can't spend no more than this. And then I need a shopping cart.
Yeah.
That's what I would
Yeah,
do.
that would be something they could add, a shopping cart. I didn't see shopping carts.
Oh,
They may have
let's
been
see
there.
what
May
the
have missed
hell.
out on. May have missed out on. All right, man. I appreciate you watching. Please hit that like and subscribe and notification bell. You know the routine. Hope you have a good day and stay geeky, my friend, because we are done.
We're done.
We're done. If you stuck to the end of that video, man,
Yes.
you are a true blue 2 Old Geek subscriber. Because that was the longest video I think we've ever done. Had to be right up there.
Yeah, but look how cool that was, though.
Oh, man, it was awesome. It was awesome. We need to go to Colorado and go to Mile High Comedy.
Oh.